Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing another monthly grocery haul update. So a couple of things that we learnt from last couple of months. The first is that whilst we really want to support local artisanal businesses, it works out very expensive, and at the moment that's not really viable for us. Obviously I'm only working part-time still because of my chronic health conditions, so finances are a bit tight anyway, and trying to shop completely in little bespoke boutique shops is just not going to happen. So some of the things that we have stopped buying from the artisanal shops is the sweets and chocolate and the cheeses. So we started buying these Truckle Brothers cheeses from Morrisons because they're 3 for £3, so £1 each, last month, but we underestimated how many we needed. So this time I've got 12 cheeses, and we'll see if that will do us. We're also going to pick up some Parmesan cheese, but we forgot to do that today. So the other thing was the sweets and chocolates. So these worked out cheaper on the deals from the big supermarkets, and these ones all come in paper and foil, all completely recyclable, non-plastic packaging. So we did buy some fresh produce this time. This is not something that we normally are getting from the supermarkets. We're getting that from the market on Thursday, but it's Friday today and it's payday and we haven't got any food in, so we had to go and do a shop, and we did the monthly grocery shop plus stuff to keep us going till Thursday. We got some beer, which is unusual for us, but it was reduced, and we got the soya milk. So this is what James is having instead of the oat milk. So I'm making my own oat milk with the oats that we got last month. We've still got loads of oats from the Aldi monthly grocery shop last month. I've picked up some strong white flour as well as the plain flour, even though this is only a kilo, so it's 95p a kilo, and this was £1 for 3 kilos, so this stuff's much cheaper. But I'm hoping that this might help to make the bread lighter still and fluffier, because it's got a stronger, it's got more gluten in it, this flour, which is what you need for the elasticity for the bread to rise well. The other thing was I did get some more popcorn. I'm under doctor's orders to eat much more salt to counteract my new medication, which lowers blood pressure. So he said eat lots of crisps, but obviously crisps all come in plastic packaging. So my solution was to eat lots of popcorn, because it's one small plastic bag for the equivalent of lots and lots and lots of packets of crisps or pre-popped popcorn. So these are 500-gram bags from Morrisons. This will keep me going for a while, but I have my eye on eBay and Amazon. They've got 5 kilo bags of popping corn kernels, and you can also get them through the West Oxford Food Co-op, and I've got another site as well that I am looking at, so I might do a video on that as well, that my friend Beth sent me, and they do zero waste. It's a zero waste shop basically, and they apparently do lots of seeds and grains and things, so I'm going to pop an order through with them. I want to do a video about that and how that works out. We've got some pesto. It doesn't work out cost effective or zero waste to make pesto when you have to get pine nuts, so we're always buying pesto. I've got some more cod liver oil supplements, so that's one thing that always comes in plastic, is the supplements, but I've got a whole list that I am taking at the moment with my health issues. Got some more Southern Fried seasoning mix. Obviously the lids of these seasoning mixes are plastic, but one jar of seasoning mix lasts a long time, so I'm less concerned about that. Although I will be looking in the pound shops, because you can often get big refill things of them on there, and I will also be looking on Amazon at some bulk things. For example, tin tomatoes like this. These sort of 400-gram tins are, the standard size tins, but I know that all the restaurants and things obviously buy those huge big tins, so I want to see if I can get hold of some that size and how that works out. I got this deodorant because of the bottle. So I was using the rock crystal alum deodorant that I showed in a video a while back, but it seems to have lost its efficacy. So it was working really well to begin with, but now it just doesn't quite seem to do it for me. So this bottle, you can pop the roller off really easily and refill it. So I'm going to use what's in it first, but then I do have a recipe for liquid roll-on deodorant, and I have most of the ingredients, I think, for that, which I will then use this bottle for. So I'll do a video on that when it comes around. And more yeast. So I used up the rest of the yeast doing tiger bread the day before yesterday. I'm still buying it in these containers because it's 100 grams, even though it's got a plastic lid. It's a lot less packaging overall for the amount of servings of yeast that I'm getting than the other options in the supermarket with the sachets in the box. But I do want to see if I can get again a massive tub of this from Amazon or something. I'm sure you can, so I'll have a look for those. I've got lots of chopped tomatoes. We use chopped tomatoes anyway, but I am going to make ketchup, tomato ketchup, so I'll do a video on that. I looked at passatas, but they were all in Tetra Paks, and they are less environmentally friendly than these, because although you can recycle Tetra Paks, it's complicated. I haven't read up all of the details about it, just enough to know that it would be better to do it in tins than to do Tetra Paks, so that's what I have decided to do this month. We did the big monthly shop in Morrisons. We did get 2 other bits. This James got me this morning, so that was £1, and these I picked up in Sainsbury's, and they are 35p a bag, a tube, and they are paper wrapped, and also the fruit pastels are paper wrapped as well. So the fruit pastels were 2 for £1 at Morrisons, and these were all £1 for things. So I got 12 bars of that chocolate. Where did we get to? Here we go. We bought 2 of these last month, one black currant and one orange, and we decided this month just to go for orange because we both prefer that actually. We've still got half a thing of the blackcurrant left, but we did end up buying another 2 orange, so I've got 3 orange and we've got half a blackcurrant, so that should hopefully see us this month. These are 3 litre, and the bottles we used to buy were 1 litre, so you get 3 times as much squash per bottle, which works out at slightly less recycling of plastic. It's not ideal, but that's all squash comes in. Someone on the Journey to Zero Waste Facebook group has mentioned one that they have found where it's actually squash, not cordial, and it comes in a glass bottle. So I'm going to go and see if I can find out more about that. But for this month, we're going with the juicy stuff again. And then we've got a selection of freezer goods that come just in the cardboard boxes for when we can't be bothered to cook. We've also got a whole lot of things that I've meal prepped, like bean burgers and things like that, in the freezer as well. And I got a couple of packs of vegetable stock cubes. I am going to try and make some vegetable stock in the dehydrator, but as my health's not been great the last month or so, I'm not going to push myself too much this month. So we have gone for some easier stuff at this end, just because I don't know that I'll have the energy to do too much home stuff, and I'm already going to be doing a lot of baking and soup making and things like that, so I think that's probably about as much, and popcorn making. It's about as much value added effort that I can be bothered with. So in total, this shop plus the 2 bits that we got this morning came to £75.17. So that's the big shop for the month. We will be going to the market on Thursdays and picking up more fresh produce and more bread, and we'll probably spend £20 maybe a week at that market. Probably not as much as £20 because we are buying less of the artisanal bread, and the veg doesn't ever come to that much. It's mostly artisanal bread from the baker that costs so much at the weekly market. So we've set aside a budget of £200 for the whole month for groceries, and obviously we're trying to come in well below that, but we'll see how we get on. I think with the added cheeses and the added squash particularly, and then including the sweets and chocolates and things rather than having them in the weekly top-up shops from the market, has pushed the price of this monthly shop up. But I still think, you know, that's most people's weekly shop, even for 2 people. So I'm quite happy with the amount at the moment. It would be less if I could be bothered to do more, but at the moment, with my health being the way it is, I can't be bothered. So I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions about how we do our cooking and storing and preserving and things of our foraged and grown produce to supplement this, or of any of the DIY recipes that you would like, I have mentioned that I might do a soda bread recipe video this month, but if you've got any other like meal prepping or DIYs that I mentioned that you would like to see videos on that I haven't already done, please do let me know. And if you can think of anything else that you've been thinking, oh, I'd really like to be able to get this zero waste, but I can't find it in the shops, let me know what it is and I will see if I can come up with a DIY for you for that. So do remember to drop that in the comment section on this video, and remember to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.